Hey, what's up? So, the plan is to mess with macros today, and I have a little demonstration to kind of explain them, because I know it's kind of an abstract concept. So, let's pretend you have two chests. One is over there, and one is here. And you have items in this first chest. We'll just throw random junk in there. And you would like to move the items from here over to there. So, what used to happen is you used to have to take each item out individually. And it's kind of annoying, especially if you, I don't know, say forget an item in there and you put these items in and you're like, oh wait, what was supposed to, were these supposed to, no, I don't think so. It was these items, right? Oh no, I forgot one. And you have to go back, and then there's this kind of like back and forth that has to happen. That's how command blocks used to be and how chests used to be until they introduced macros. So with macros, what you can do is you can take all the items out and you can slap them into a shulker box, and you can relocate the shulker box very, very easily. So you can just replace these chests entirely, and we can put this wherever we want. Way easier. It only takes up one inventory slot in our inventory here. It's just way easier. I mean, if we didn't realize that we wanted to put it somewhere else, say over by here, we can do that, whereas before we would have had to like make a new chest here and then move everything over, and it's a farther distance, and oh boy, you know, all these problems. So macros are pretty cool, and we're going to be using them for a few projects. This is the little command block area for command block survival, in case you haven't seen it. So the first project we're going to be messing with is Pokemobs. That is all of these command blocks. Well, sort of. So we can turn all of these command blocks into potentially just one, maybe two. That's the power of macros right there. But we're gonna have to test some things to figure out how exactly they work. Oh, just for clarity, what we're trying to replace in all of these mini command blocks, technically Pokemobs is actually in a data pack now. This was before I made the data pack. But what we're trying to replace is actually this bit right here. So every time it gives a spawn egg of the caught Pokemob, which I'll demonstrate in a moment, it has to check each individual. Where is it? Oh, here we go. So it has to check each individual entity. So there's one for every single entity, and that means that if there's new entities, I have to add new command blocks, and if I forget, then it means all of a sudden I need a Pokeball or a Snowball. If I forgot to add a mob or something, it wouldn't work. But this is the Pokemob system. There's a little bit of a chance based in how you catch it. This is only tier 2, that's why it took a few. But yeah, it catches the iron golem and it gives us a spawn egg. So what we're probably going to want to do is just test how hard it is to get a mob's ID with macros. So in a very general sense, it's not that hard to get a mob's ID. Sort of. So I had to put in a bunch of specific information here. But then you can see it says Oozie, which is the name of the pet slime that we have. And I think he is in sit mode. Ah, yes, the command book. Oozie, come here. Ah, yeah, okay. He's good to go now. So you'll notice two things. So one, we got his name. We actually don't need his name. We need it to return slime, basically. And, whoops, I put in type equals slime. So we had to specify it ahead of time, which obviously isn't what we want. So what I'm not sure, but I would like to try is if, what if I do if? Oh, it just says test passed. Okay, so I was hoping there might be an easier way to do it, but it looks like there might not be. So what we're gonna have him do is he will ride on top of this entity. So this is a funny little trick. Because of the way that entities are stored in Java, you can't, this little slime part is actually very hard to collect from a command perspective. And if we take a quick look at his data, you'll basically see it's not anywhere here. There's like all of these random, well, not random, but all this stuff, and type equals slime is nowhere in here. In fact, the only place you can even see it is if you hover, and there's like a hover element, but I don't even know how we would get that. So the trick is that I got to reset the countdown. If we get Oozie to ride on top of that egg like this, so now he's floating. Now if we do this exact same command, there is some additional information in here. Wait. Oops, wait, it's not in Oozie, it's in the item, I believe. Here we go, yeah, ID Minecraft slime. So this is what we want to grab. It only works when he's riding on top of an item, which we can work within our whole Pokemob system, because if we catch... Oh yeah, Oozie is he's a special creature. We need to catch something else. So this idea isn't quite so far-fetched, because if we... And I'm out of snowballs. Well, let me just quick grab some snowballs here. Craft up a few. Sure, 4 should be enough. The point, though, that I was trying to make is that when we catch a creature, it spawns the little spawn egg. So it's actually not that far-fetched when it's in the split second when both the entity and the spawn egg exist, that we can actually have the entity ride the spawn egg and then we can track it that way. So it's not completely harebrained. So that said, let's get Oozie back on the on top of the item. It looks so funny. It's like he's trying to balance on top of the egg or something. And then I need to find exactly where this ID thing is going to show up. Like, oh yeah, so it's going to be passengers.id maybe? Because we don't want all this other information. We just want Minecraft slime. So that was incorrect. How about this? Yeah. Okay, so now we can just get this data. So if we plug that into, let's copy this here, and I'm gonna put this in a macro function. And if you're curious what the macro looks like, it basically just looks like this. There's a little $sign in front, and then there's like a $sign in parentheses, and then you just put the thing you wanna run. Pretty straightforward, assuming I did it correctly. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna run the function. It's just called macro test. And I'm pretty sure that doesn't exist right now, so we have to reload. And I'll just check that the function exists by seeing if it's in this list. Well, it's called macro test, so the fact that it's not showing up means no, it's not in the list. Oh, whoops. I'm getting ahead of myself. So you have to actually use it with, and then you specify some arguments. So this thing where I put the whole like command inside of the parentheses is not what you want. You're actually just supposed to put the variable name. So we could just say entity type, I guess. And I'll put that in the Datapack. Okay. Yeah, so we put the variable in the function call, which is here. So I think that this will work. We'll have to put him back on the egg, and I need a way to trigger this. So we'll make, dude, the amount of jungle buttons I have. Anytime there's a situation like this, I just make another button instead of getting one that I already have. So it causes a little bit of a stockpile of buttons. So Oozie can pop back on there. And if we slap the button, nothing happens? What? I got ahead of myself again. So I have it in the variable now. I called the variable getEntity because I was trying to use the whole command, but you'll notice it doesn't run the command if we press this button. It just pops it right into the say command. So we need to actually like collect the data from somewhere else and then probably store it beforehand. So there's another step. See, this is exactly why we have to do these little test things ahead of time. So, just gotta copy this, slap it in here, change this to a chain command, and then this is going to need to resolve this command that we made before with the whole passenger's ID thing, and probably we'll want to use data modify, because we can basically collect this information and then effectively store it as a variable. And then the target path is actually important. So we need to make sure that it is under get entity, which is the variable name that we used before. And we'll set it from the entity and this, yeah, okay. This should work, maybe. Oh wait, hang on, gotta change this. We need to have it say storage, yes, excellent. And then we need the path, get entity, wait, this might not work, but that's okay, because we're gonna see. Okay, so what should happen is it should, where's the say command? It should say hi, and then probably Minecraft slime. And if it says Minecraft slime, that is really good news. Whoa, isn't your mind blown? So is mine. Oh, you know, he might need to be. All right, Oozie, hop on top of the egg again. Maximum balancing, and wow, mine's still blown. No. Invalid argument type, string, expected compound. Well, oh, yeah, okay, no, that makes sense. Yeah, so this is what I wasn't sure would work. So we probably just need that. And bada bing, bada boom. It worked. It actually worked. Okay, so this is now a variable. So we could reuse it like multiple times in multiple separate commands. Nowhere in any of the commands did I specify type equals Minecraft slime or anything like that. I didn't even just do, you know, type equals slime anywhere. So that means if we make, okay, I just had a strange thought. I don't actually know if this works. This is potentially, oopsie. Oh wait, this definitely won't work. I was gonna see if we could ride on top of the egg, but we would just end up picking it up. So that probably wouldn't be a great idea. Well, maybe if we do the command fast, let's try it. Let's see. There's a way to make it so that there's no pickup delay on an item, but oh. Okay, there's your answer. It does work. If we do this really fast. Okay, you know what? If we do this really fast, right next to the button, this may work. Minecraft slime. Okay, that should have given my ID, although I'm honestly not sure if there is any ID. This is weird. Actually, you know what might be easier? Because this will have the same effect. We just jump on this guy, change this to llama. Wait, trader llama is different? That is very strange. Trade llama, no, trader llama. Hop back on him, maybe. Run this. Oh. So then probably there is no ID. Okay, so yeah. Player is a special case, which is why I probably shouldn't have bothered trying it with a player. But there's no passenger tag for me when I'm on the llama. Because like a regular entity, it'll actually store it with the bottom entity, but the player is special, so the player is stored in a special area, even when riding other creatures. So let's bring him over here, have him hop on top of the egg in an epic balancing act, poke the button, and boom, Minecraft Trader Llama. So without changing any commands, it was able to accurately detect an entirely different entity. That's exactly what we want. That's huge. That is a really big deal. Okay, so that's step one. We got the data. Now we need to use the data. Oops. I hate it when it does that. So if we go to Silverfish Spawn Egg, as you'll recall, we're trying to insert the data that we're getting right into this spot. And that's because we want it to make the correct spawn egg for whatever entity we just caught. So if we catch a slime, we want it to do slime automatically. If we catch a trader llama, we want it to do trader llama spawn egg. So we need to see how it plays with this spawn egg and inside a string and like being summoned and data changing. And basically we need to see how it works. So what we're gonna need to do is take that command and place in the variable that we made, or technically the macro. It's not, if you want to be very precise, it is a macro, not a variable, because it doesn't store the information. It stores the way to get the information, kind of. Anyway, basically it's a variable. It's close enough. So we just slap this variable in there and then put a $sign in front of it. And then this is what we're going to copy into the data pack. Okay, so that's copied. We can remove that command block. And we're going to need a mob egg that we can substitute. So basically something's going to get deleted, probably, especially if we mess up. Oh, this is from a long time ago. I believe this is just a cow known as proof from oh, I shouldn't have taken it out of its thing. I might not have enough to put it back in. Wait a second. Use the custom recipe and the leads that I've collected. Hopefully. No, Oozie, stop. There we go. Put proof back in. So we're going to see if we can modify proof at his very code level and turn him into a llama. So I'll just slap that on the ground, and then I need to run a couple commands. So we're gonna have the trader llama be on top of Oozie, which is going to look absolutely ridiculous. Gotta get some pictures of that. Okay, and then what we do, I believe, is just press this button. It works. Proof has turned into a trader llama, while still retaining all of his data things. Yeah. Okay. Proof indeed. Wow. All right. That is, that's excellent. Okay. So we won't actually be turning animals into other animals when we're using this for real. It'll just be collecting the data. And so, it should be fine. They're going off in a direction. I think both entities control it when they're in this scenario. So the llama's like telling it to go that way, because Oozie normally likes to be far too close. And so I assume the trader llama is directing them that way. Oh, that is so funny. So would you allow me a moment to just point out how absolutely huge this is? It used to be completely impossible to do something that's called string concatenation, which is basically string adding. Like, to be able to take this, which is dynamic, I can get it from multiple places. I could get trader llama, I could get slime, and then combine that with this set thing, this set other half of the string, like the get entity plus the spawn egg. The fact that you can combine those and one of them can be dynamic is just, it's bonkers. I hope that it's coming across to you just like how incredibly powerful this is. I mean, the fact that we changed a cow into a llama, hopefully that gives you at least some idea. But yeah, this is kind of crazy. So we've proved that it works. I'm trying to think if we have anything else we need to use with this. Oh, yes, that's right. So there's a few special cases in Pokemobs. Let's collect proof and I'll go show you. Oh, I should maybe dismount him. How do I do this? I was gonna leave it because it's funny, but incorrect argument, no. Don't die. Oh, close. Okay, they should be all right now. Where is it? I think there's a sign. Yeah, special case entity. Ender Dragon, Wither. They, actually, I think the Ender Dragon has since got an egg. Oh, but yeah, like the giant, for example, that's a giant zombie. It doesn't have its own special spawn egg. So if we were to do our current commands, it would type in giant in here and that wouldn't work. And I want to see what happens. Like, does it just totally nullify the item and make it completely unusable? Or does it like keep sort of a default? So we'll just artificially put in giant here as if it found a giant that it was going to change or catch, I mean. So we'll set that and we'll turn off the dynamic part of this just with the double slash. That's like how to do it. Like how I like to do it. Like how I do it, you know? Oh, when words get out of order, sometimes things start sounding really funny. So hopefully what would happen is this spawn egg would stay a trader llama and all of the information would be intact. So for example, he has a custom name, so that should stick around. If everything gets deleted, this may turn into a stone block, and that's bad news. So we'll click the button. Speaking of bad news, that's bad news. In fact, just for clarity, let's test what happens if we do this manually. Summoned new air. Okay, so it's worse. It doesn't default to stone, it defaults to air, which apparently just does absolutely nothing. There's no air items in here. Okay, well, there's our answer. That is a big bummer of an answer. So we can't get rid of the special cases down here. There's just two of them, giant and illusioner. But we can get rid of the bulk of... look at all this. We can get rid of the bulk of this because we effectively are replacing LA like with Minecraft, whatever, you know. This could be slime, it could be LA, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But you'll notice there's a couple other commands here that we want to replace. So we want to replace, say, zombie villager with whatever. But right now I would do Minecraft LA, for example. And that is invalid because that Minecraft, whoops. Oh, just one click. That Minecraft there it messes stuff up. Same thing for down here. If we do Minecraft slime, like that'll be appearing in the lore underneath. I'll show that to you in game in a second. But basically we need to eliminate the Minecraft part of it. So that lore thing that's showing up. So see how it says drowned spawn egg? It would say Minecraft and then in lowercase drowned, which is really dumb. Not to mention that the stop sound thing wouldn't work. So we really need to eliminate that Minecraft, and I may have discovered a way to do that. See, there's this really useless, well, at least I thought it was useless. Ah, there it is. Look at that. See how it says string? So I believe we can modify a string and just like chop off part of it. In fact, I think it might be even easier than that. Oops. Does that sometimes. I think this one. There we go. Okay, so this thingy, let's get rid of the slashes. I think if we do string here, oh no, wait, set, and then we do string, and then I think that we can say where to get the string from. Here's where it's really cool is we can say what start and end point. And now I've realized I don't know what the start and end point was. Basically, it would be two numbers. So if we did like, just as an example, 0 and 5. Yeah, okay, so see how it cuts it off? So basically that 0 and 5 is the position of the letters. So it starts counting at 0. So it's like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then cuts it off at 5. So let's see. We want to cut off the Minecraft and the colon. So what would that be? 7, 8, 9. What happens if we don't specify an end? I suppose we'll find out. So this should just say slime. Oh, okay, we're off by 1. So I guess we don't need to specify an end, which is really good for our case, because it means no matter how long the string, no matter how long the string, it will just get the part that we want. Oh man, there's no extra commands. Oh, that's awesome. So what that means is we can delete all of this except for 2, because now we just need 1 command per type. Oh my goodness. And then we can delete all of these Actually, wait, there's some special cases here. I'll deal with that later. But basically, we just turned like 50 lines into 2. We can just slap in our variables. And here again. Oh my goodness, that saves so much time and space and everything. We don't even need the if. Well, actually, we need an unless, but anyway. Okay, so I'll go fix this up, and then we can try it in game. Okay, I updated the data pack. We're gonna reload it, and if I'm not delusional, I believe this will work. Aha, perfect. Wait, I think I closed it. There we go. Okay, so I believe maybe, possibly, this might give us a Trader Llama egg. Maybe. It also might not. Okay. I just had to put storage into the command, which I did. And we reload. And there may not be enough snowballs. 35% catch rate is not the best. Oh, that was weird. Part of me wonders if it like worked and then failed in a weird way, because the llama didn't take damage. Also, I think the llama has turned off. I can't I may have broken something. I can't get off the llama. Can I forcibly dismount myself? Oh, I can't. Okay. Well, something messed up. That's for sure. Oy. I reloaded and things happened. Okay. He seems alright. Let me craft a few more of these tier 2 snowballs. Let's see if he glitches out in the same way. Okay, so he just insta-dies. So if we just have this chicken start writing Oozie, you might remember we tried to do a teleport command earlier. So if we try and teleport, oh, the chicken bounced off screen. If we try and teleport the chicken to me, let's just run that again so you can see that. It doesn't teleport. Yeah, so it wants to teleport down, but because it's riding an entity, it can't. But it's fine because I know how to fix it. We just basically have to get it to dismount. So basically, we just do that. And now, if we do the teleport command, boom, he teleports to us. And so that should make the whole thing work better. So let me just go add that. So having done that, now that it automatically dismounts, we should be able to catch this chicken much like before. Yes, haha, woohoo, it works. Look at that, it's a chicken spawn egg. It spawns chicken. Probably I'm gonna need to change that lore thing for later, but honestly, it's just so cool that you can actually collect the data and not exactly save it, but kind of save it. I mean, it's like the shulker box at the beginning of the episode. I mean, we can just take that chicken and we can move it wherever we want, put it wherever in a command we want. I mean, literally, I mean, it's inside a text tag. You could not do that before. Like, text tags were just, they're like the royalty that you can't touch. But like, now we can just put oh my goodness, we can put a macro in there and it's just so cool. I'm so happy with that. That is an awesome accomplishment. We turned 50 commands into 2. Oh my word. It makes it so much more forward compatible. Now when a new mob comes out, it's just like super easy to set it up to work with new stuff. That's so awesome. And macros have an even greater possibility than what we used it for just in this episode. I mean, you can make it so like we could have like a team for each player. So each player could have their own Pokemob team, you know, and it wouldn't overlap, and you could have mobs that would fight with each other on a server and stuff. I mean, you can have like custom stats that are pulled from the entity's like various bits of data, so you can randomize it. Oh, actually they added a /random command. Dude, there's just macros open up a whole new world, and we just stepped a small ways into it. But that was a fun adventure. But that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.